Gaming, brought to you live on twitch.tv at Commando Gaming 1. We're continuing our series on Battletech Advanced. Continues to be Clan Week. So 1 week before we do a restart, which I'm expecting on Sunday, due to the fact that we're getting an update apparently that will include quads. So looking forward to that. So what we do is the week before a fresh restart, I go ahead and visit the clans and make the most of it. Hold on 1 second. I have multiple. I always switches to the wrong monitor on me. There we go. It was fine right before I went live, then it switches to the wrong monitor. Go figure. Alright. Hey! P-Bosens, thank you for joining us. How is your following growing on Twitch? Are you having some success in growing? Hopefully you're having some success. We're having some good success over here. We had some great streams the last couple days. Getting lots of high quality viewership. So hope you're feeling the same way over in the UK. Heard things are starting to get back to normal in the UK as well. Hey Simmons, nice to see you. Alright, so we're going to switch back to our normal lances here. We traveled and did some repairs so we can play around with some new toys. Alright, so let's take our new Hunchback 2C, which, yes, it is a AC build that is a little on the thin on armor, but I think we can make it work. So we'll take the Burninator, Hunchback 2C. Let's see. We'll take our Night Gear. Move our sniper into the later rounds. We'll take our stalker for fire support. Put Andre in there. Ah, 144 followers. That is good growth for you. That's a lot more than you had last time I checked. We'll take the bull shark out. That's a little overpowered. Trying to see. I do like the sun spider, but I feel like it's going to fit the same role as the hunchback that we're taking. So we're not going to take that. We're going to take our Mackie for fire support. Put Floppy in there. She has an affinity. We're going to take our sniper with goggles, of course. And we're going to take our Battlemaster. The Battlemaster is going to be our sensor locker. I'm taking more mechs, but I'm lowering down the tonnage, as you can see. We're only taking a couple assaults that are mainly fire support. The heavy lifting is going to be done by heavy mechs and mediums. So let's get out there. Let's see, Tortured Lemming has bad morale. So should we take a pilot that doesn't have a morale issue? So you're doing all right. Yeah, I think you're doing really good with that growth. I'm glad to see it. Well deserved. Why don't you go ahead and post again what you do on your channel. I like to support all of our moderators in their dreams, so go ahead and post what you usually do on your channel so we can get the word out. Alright, so we got a assassination mission to start things out.
Command
Alright, it's
interface
plan
initiated.
week. So let's kick some plan butt. We're killing time until we get
What are those?
the
Trees.
latest update, which is going to include quad mechs, which is really, really cool. It's also going to include pathing,
Coordinates received.
so you can get your mechs to go, instead of them taking the closest route here, you can actually click and set the route that your mechs will take. So you can always keep them in cover.
Moving out.
You can help them avoid mines.
Location confirmed.
There's a number of things that you can do to try to make the most of the terrain. So it's going to be a really nice upgrade beyond the quads, which are going to be really cool. So
I'll do what I can.
that's why we're doing a fresh start. You know, the last update was the lamb update, and I don't think it really caught on because the lambs were just too fragile to be really viable. I didn't get into using lambs at all. They were also really expensive to repair.
I hear you.
Are those vehicles?
Roger.
That is not the salvage we are
Got it.
looking for. Vehicles are not
Yes, Commander.
what we're looking for here.
Orders?
Andre, go ahead and move up.
On the move.
Goggles, actually... Why don't you stay at the crest here, because you're going to be most effective at the crest.
Let's move.
And we're going to push our Battlemaster down. I really like this Battlemaster build. Not only can this Battlemaster be our sensor locker and tagger, but he's got enough firepower and
Waiting on you,
armor
Commander.
to stay in the fight. A lot more than our Wraith, which I love the Wraith, but he was just getting a little long in the tooth here. Alright, so let's push
Pedal
our
to the metal.
Hunchback down. Now our Hunchback is a little light on armor, but he does have the benefit of having two Ultra AC. He did have two Ultra AC 10s, but what I did is I stripped off one of the AC, or he had two Ultra AC 20s, but I stripped off one of the AC 20s to include two ER medium lasers and to add back a healthy amount of armor. So I think that's going to work well for us.
This should be
And the
good.
AC 10 and AC 20 still gives him really solid firepower. That was a good trade-off to increase the survivability of this mech. There we go, one enemy down, including a weapons carrier.
Commander? Moving to position.
Alright, what else do we have that we can get off the map quickly? We got a pursuit tank. Von Strucker battle tank, those are nasty. And a bandit hovercraft. Alright, I think we're definitely going to go after the Von
Locked and loaded.
Luckner main battle tank there. These are nasty. As you can see, they take a beating and stay in the fight, so that's where those get dangerous. They've got good firepower, and the armor is muy impressive.
Copy that.
Tags on that support tank.
Yes, Commander. Move into position.
As a general rule, we want to take one enemy off the field per round. Anytime you're doing better than one per round, you're doing
Vehicle
phenomenal.
trashed.
So there we go. We're ahead of the curve there. That's two kills and 1 damage this round. Pushing through these vehicles. Because you know what? These vehicles are not going to help us with salvage, let me tell you.
Yep.
Here's our melee bot. Keep doing
Attacking from
damage
position.
on that for that Von Luckner, hopefully. Oh, lucky hit.
Move her down.
I'm not sure what happened there. We shouldn't have gotten through the Von Luckner that quickly.
Reporting.
Only thing I can think of is we got a critical hit on some thin armor and pushed through there. That was very fortunate. I thought that Von Luckner would take a lot more firepower to get through.
Certainly.
Hey Darker, how's it going? How's your vanilla Battletech playthrough going? You're about to join
Waiting for
BTA at a great time because we're probably going to have quads on Saturday. So on Saturday, how close are you to getting ready to do Battletech Advanced? Do you think you'll be ready by this weekend? Do you think it's going to be next week? I really want to set up a time to help set up your first campaign. And that would be me just being on Discord with you, and then we could
What can I
go
do for you?
through your settings. I can also help you
Right, Commander.
maximize your first set of mechs that you get. Just try to set you up for a successful playthrough. And save
Got it.
AC-20. So Darker Design BTA is really a culmination of multiple mods. So BTA is going to give you everything you need, and sometimes if you add mods in addition to BTA, it causes errors and it makes it hard for BTA to give you tech support as needed. So I really recommend BTA as a standalone download. You don't need anything else. I'm just playing base BTA. I'm not playing any additional mods because sometimes the mods will conflict with each other. So if you're going to download it this weekend, I would recommend that you wait until Sunday because on Saturday we're probably going to get the latest update. Yes. So one of the beautiful things about BTA, which I don't talk about enough, Darker Design, is when you download BTA, you download an executable. You don't have to move things around. You don't have to delete stuff in certain folders and replace stuff. You don't have to modify text files. You don't have to do any of that stuff. It's literally an executable. You download the executable, you let it run. It takes a while because there's a lot of data and information that it puts into your computer. But in about 20 minutes, you're ready to roll without having to do any of those things that we used to do. So let's set up a time, Darker. I'm usually available if we set up a time in advance. Just send me a DM on the Discord, and we could set up a time because it's really helpful for people if I can ride shotgun with them while they set up their first playthrough, because I can help you through some of the choices that they give you that are different than with vanilla BattleTech.
Bye now.
That will help you have a good start to the game.
What do you need?
So I really recommend that new players have an experienced player
All right,
help
full speed.
them get set up for their initial career. So obviously, it's not really a technical thing. Like, it's not that I need to be there to help you download. You can do that. But there are a lot of choices that BTA gives you in the setup section that are really going to impact your game, like where you start out.
Roger.
There's also some bonus features, and the skills are a little bit different than they are in regular BattleTech.
Yes,
And
Commander.
I know a lot of people get frustrated the first time they play BattleTech Advanced. So if you, and this goes for anybody out there who's new to trying out this mod, please feel free to go to my Discord, and I'll, or our Discord, it's not mine. Go ahead and join, and then when you're ready to start playing, send me a DM and we'll pick a time where we can meet on Discord and I can actually talk you through the basic setup of the game. It's very helpful for new players. And everybody, please get involved in the chat. Let's make this a fun morning. Programming note, so I will be playing until about let's see, till about 11 a.m. Eastern time, and then I will be handing this off to my good partner IMG, who's going to be taking you for another 2 to 3 hours of BattleTech Advanced. So we love the fact that if you hang out with us Tuesdays through Thursday, you're getting 5 hours of BTA all in one go. You don't have to go anywhere. You can just tune in and enjoy.
Orders? Let's move.
So, Darker Design, when you're ready, and give me like a day's heads up. So if you're like, hey, I think I'll be ready Sunday afternoon, then let me know Saturday afternoon. We could figure out a time. I'll put it on my calendar, and then we can really get into
Acknowledged.
setting this up for you. I don't need to be there for the download, so you could do that before, but I want to be there to help you set up your game, because it's critically important. Alright, we got a Warhammer, a Medusa. Alright, let's get a tag and some hard hits on this Warhammer to get the party started.
Scored a critical hit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, a good evening for me would be...
Affirmative.
A good time for me is usually after 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Mondays is usually a good time. Oh, actually, no. Mondays, because we do Divinity 2 later in the evening, I'm actually available after 7 p.m. on Mondays.
Commander.
And it would have probably only take us about a half hour to get you set up.
Double time. Let's go.
But I think you would find it very helpful if I'm there to walk you through the initial settings.
How might I help?
Like where you start your campaign, what your skill priorities are.
Roger.
There's also
Full speed.
some extra additional questions that BTA asks you in setup that would be very helpful to have someone help you with. Alright, let's do... Alright, so what I want to do here... Let's do a attack ground. Put some fast cam around
Good to
that
go.
mech that's in the bottom of the line there. Yeah, I'm happy to schedule a time for you or anybody else that wants help setting this mod
Commander?
up. You can use your mic.
Understood.
We
Moving
can
fast.
even use text if we need to. Or, you know, one thing I use, as you can see, is I hook up my AirPods to the computer and it works really well. So that's what I use. I'm not a big fan of the over-the-ear headsets. I use them for some games, but generally speaking, I find them a little frustrating. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing here. Switch to Inferno. What I'm trying to do is lock the enemy in this into this valley with our indirect weapons. So don't try to run. And I don't want to drop stuff on the first part of the enemy force in the event that I have to actually walk in here to kill the enemy. Vapor Eagle. Alright. Yeah, it's not a problem, Darker. And for anybody else that's watching that wants help on getting started, you could also go to our Discord and ask for help as well. But a lot of people are frustrated with Battletech Advanced in the beginning. And part of that is they set up settings that are a little too hard for the first playthrough. So if I can give you some tips to make your transition to Battletech Advanced smoother, I'm happy to do that. And it usually only takes about 20 minutes to set things up. Again, I don't have to be there for the download of the mod. Just before you start your career mode, it's good for you to share your screen so I can help you choose your settings. It works really well for people.
Got it.
Ooh, all
Max
right,
speed,
Hunchback.
no shooting.
Ooh, I do love the raw firepower of this Hunchback. It's pretty impressive for a 50-ton mech.
All weapons are go.
There you go. It just wrecked a Warhammer
When I
with one salvo. Usually this Hunchback is one of the Hunchbacks. One of the items you get if you start out as with a clan start, you usually get this Hunchback 2C as one of your starting mechs.
I'm here.
And if if you don't, I would re-roll to make sure you get it, because when you start with a clan start, the starting curve is very tough, So having something like this Hunchback 2C, which can really tear an enemy up by itself, is really worth it.
What do you need? On it.
Alright, we got hit by some plasma, so our Battle Master not going to be able to do too much as far as firepower here, but we can tag the heck out of the enemy, so let's do that. Okay, actually we can get in some ER medium lasers. Let's do that. And more importantly, we got a tag on that Vapor Eagle. Those Vapor Eagles can be nasty if they get some evasion built up. They're very similar to the Wraith as far as their evasion. Ooh, looks like that Vapor Eagle came to play. He's not running.
I'm under heavy fire here.
Luckily that Battle Master is a really good scout against clans because it's got the tonnage to stay in the fight. It's got the energy points. Oh, overheating.
I'm generating a lot of heat.
That Medusa overheated him. Alright, that's okay. We can handle it.
Standing by.
Alright, so we need to push up. Get some
Confirmed.
fire on this Medusa here. Actually going to do a precision strike. We've got plenty saved up, so let's go for the head.
I copy.
Alright, or we could just blow up the engine.
That one's good.
That works too. We got 3 parts of it. That's pretty good for an engine kill to get 3 parts. Alright, this Medusa's overheated. Probably going to shut himself down here. Let's see what happens. No.
Ready for orders.
Didn't overheat. Let's push up our melee bot here.
Full speed.
I always want to have at least one good melee mech when you're fighting the clans, because that's one of the biggest weaknesses of the clan, is they have a quirk that makes their melee really, really, really bad. Like, pointless to use bad. We have a Shadowhawk in the background. Let's put some fast cam around that.
I understand.
Eagle. Should also get some splash damage on that Warhammer as well.
Standing by. On my way.
Okay. We do the same thing with our Inferno here. Don't want to get too close to Armax.
Watch those heat levels.
You can shut down that Vapor Eagle though.
What can I do for you?
Alright, Hunchback goes in.
You betcha.
And let's just finish off this
Firing
Warhammer.
everything I've got.
Look at that raw firepower that you get in a 50-ton mech. The Hunchback 2C with the
And stay
AC-20s,
down.
even if you downgrade the AC-20 to an AC-10 to give yourself some armor, it is a very powerful mech for 50 tons. Still a little thin on the armor, but for that firepower,
I'm ready.
it's a nice combination.
Double time. Let's go.
Stop. Double time. I can tell you as a former NCO, there's nothing worse than when we were out for a march. At the end of a long march, the NCOs would tend to call out double time to get the formation in. You can hear the groans from a mile away when you tell a military formation double time after they're exhausted from a long march. But they're also excited because they can finish the march.
Holding and cooling.
Receiving you.
Just another pointless tidbit from my
Copy
past military service. Alright, let's go for the head on the Vapor Eagle
Let's
here,
see, I
'cause
can
why
like
not?
Reporting critical hit.
That's an interesting Vapor Eagle build. Most of the time, Vapor Eagles are missiles or energy builds. Do a charge here.
What do you need?
Go for the head again. Maybe we'll get lucky. Either way, we'll probably shut down that Vapor Eagle here. Yep. He's not getting up
Critical
anytime
hit,
soon.
Commander.
Yes, Commander. Consider it done.
Alright, what do we have up here? This is probably the assassination target, yes. So let's put some more fast cam around that guy. Fast cam not only does damage, but it slows down an enemy's
Out of LRMs.
ability to sprint.
Yes,
Because when
Commander.
they take damage to the legs, they fall out of sprint. Which is really good when you have a target that you don't
Going
want to
full
try
throttle.
to escape. Let's also hit that Vapor Eagle.
Taking the
with-
shot.
Or that Medusa with heat. Again, trying to keep that enemy from being evasive. Or running away. Oh, Shadowhawk shut down.
Aye, aye.
Alright, Battlemaster, go stomp. Because you're overheated. Alright, got injection. Nice.
Target destroyed.
Battle mech power-up detected.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Shadowhawk start trying to restart. Oh, that okay, so the enemy primary enemy target is a mislinks here, so that's interesting. Because mislinks can be really dodgy as assassination targets because they're super fast. Alright, let's do a precision strike on the Shadowhawk, trying to make the most of this AC-20.
Take this.
Salvo here. Look at that. One hit kill on a Shadowhawk. The only thing that thing had before that was
Gotcha.
some heat damage.
Ten
And the
ammo
Hunchback
bin is
just
empty.
ripped it apart. Even though it's the same tonnage. It's just a crazy amount of firepower on that Hunchback. Again, if you start a clan start, that Hunchback is one of
Standing
your potential starting mechs. I recommend if you're playing clan, re-roll
Going full
until
throttle.
you get that 2C Hunchback with the 2 AC-20s. Hey, Thomas. Good to see you this morning.
Orders.
We're continuing to do our
Position.
Clan Week playthrough. Eagerly awaiting the update on Saturday. So we can actually start playing
Affirmative.
a fresh start with quads eventually. Quads are assaults and heavies. Ooh, lethal damage, nice. That's four headshots, I think. This mission? No, 2.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so this Mislinks is our assassination target. Alright, let's use a precision strike here. Hey, Big Fluffy, good to see you. Really looking forward to playing our tabletop with you on Saturday.
Firing.
You're talking about a traditional Hunchback, right, Thomas?
That's a critical hit.
But what I have is
Yep.
the Clan Double Ultra Cannon AC-20 Hunchback. I stripped off one of the AC-20s to add an AC-10,
All right,
Ultra
full
AC-10, to give us some armor back. But that mech, I love the Hunchback 2C. It is so powerful. Let's see if we can get some plasma in on this
Target
Mislinks.
confirmed. That didn't hit.
Receiving you. Location confirmed.
Alright, let's get some Inferno in on this Mislinks. Hopefully we can get a shutdown. Do not want him running.
Reporting. Critical hit.
Hell yes.
Yeah, he's starting to run. That's one of the problems with a assassination target that's in
What
a
can I
light
do
mech.
for you?
It is a real pain. Alright, we're gonna have to be aggressive.
Pedal to the metal.
I'm your spaniel.
The last thing we want is this Mislink having an opportunity to run away and have us fail this mission.
Standing by.
We're gonna go through the heat here. I'm doing it on purpose. I gotta close the distance on this guy.
Yes, Commander.
If only some idiot hadn't dropped a whole bunch of heat on the map.
Roger.
Oh wait, that was me. I want to encourage everyone to get involved in the chat. If you have any questions, ask away. If you want to talk about Battletech in general, Battletech lore, anything Battletech. Oh, the G model is a
What's the
nice
plan?
model of the Hunchback. Yep.
Have no doubt, it will be done.
Alright, nobody has any targets, so we can push in.
Ready for orders.
This is the issue, is that we have that Mislink as,
Full speed,
links
no
as an
target.
assassination target. And they can jump, and they have really good evasion, so this guy's hopefully not going to just lead us on a merry chase. Let's see what he does. Yeah. He's about to make a run for it. Alright, he at least turned to fight us. That's good.
I hear you.
We need to get vision on him. So let's push up.
Affirmative.
So this is the Hunchback 2C. I really like this mech. Oh, Tex just dropped a new episode of Scrumbles. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'm not a huge fan of Scrumbles, to be honest with you, because it just seems like it's a 30-minute mission of BattleTech. Hey, Bomberman, I'm glad we turned you on to this mod. Do you have any questions or anything I can do to help
Commander.
you get comfortable with the mod? Let me know. That was a nice kill hit with that AC 20.
Did you see that? Did you see it?
Oh, it's a very
No more
addicting game, let
80-20
me tell
ammo.
you.
I await your command.
Yeah, I've been playing this game since the day it came out, and I'm still playing it. So Scrumbles is Tex playing a playthrough of BattleTech, and it's vanilla BattleTech. Oh, wait, where's the mech warrior? Oh,
I'm
I
here.
thought we were done. I thought that was the assassination target.
Let's
All right,
move.
let's push. Let's find that assassination target before he runs
Ready
for
for
it.
orders. Copy that.
So, I mean, Scrumbles, you get to see a little of Tex's personality, which is great, but it's just like a 30-minute mission
Orders.
of BattleTech. It's I enjoy the longer
Going full
videos
throttle.
much better. Yes, his commentary is funny. I get it. You know, his
You have
commentary is funny, his strategy might not be the best,
Sprinting.
and his builds might not be the best, but he is funny. So, I don't want you to take it as a
Good to
negative.
go.
I still watch Scrumbles, but I don't, like,
Double time. Let's
all
go.
of Tex's other videos, his lore videos, obviously get my attention.
Waiting on you,
Scrumbles
Commander.
is like, okay, I guess I can watch this while I have dinner. It's not really an event for me. And don't take that
Yes,
as a
Commander.
negative. I love Tex. Tex is one of my favorite YouTubers. So don't take it the wrong way. I'm just being real with you as far
On the
as
way. Double
Scrumbles.
time.
I mean, Scrumbles gets
Aye, aye.
released too infrequently for me to really get into as a regular series, and
Understood.
it's really
Moving
short.
fast.
Yeah, the lore videos are better. But I'm a huge fan of Tex. Don't take this to mean that I do not love Tex, because I do. I'm just being real with you guys. I'm just not a huge fan of Scrumbles.
Confirmed.
Primary target damaged,
Yeah.
Commander.
I actually contacted Tex to see if he wanted some of my content, and
Aye, aye.
I got a keep up the good work message, which is fine. No issue with me. He has a very tight group of people that he uses for his content, which I totally get as a YouTuber myself. But
Awaiting orders.
I would have loved to have partnered up with Tex to do some stuff. Alright. Let's do, what do we have left? Follow the leader, huh? Alright, let's do that.
As you wish.
Oh, Blood Asp. That is some nice salvage right there. The Blood Asp is one of my favorite
Waiting for orders.
clan mechs. You're gonna say, but every mech you see
On
with the
my way.
clans is
Double
your favorite.
time.
But no, the Blood Asp, from a tonnage to firepower ratio, the Blood Asp is one of the best
Roger.
mechs ever. So I'd like to overheat this guy, not destroy it with damage, and then get a headshot. The Blood Asp, for its tonnage,
I hear ya.
is an amazing mech. Alright, so let's get the rest of
Going
our mechs
turbo.
down there. I don't necessarily want to... Any suggestion on starts? So, Bomberman, my suggestion for starts are as follows. That you start out with friendly fire. That you start out with a start in the Davion space for your first start. And there's also some settings. You want to use the BTA crew as your pilots. That's a must for a fresh start on a new playthrough. Bomberman, what I would suggest, if you want to do a fresh start, go to our Discord and direct message me, and then I will help you set up your settings for your playthrough. I'm happy to do that. I do it all the time for people. That's probably my best recommendation, instead of me trying to think of it while I stream, is to just set up an appointment with each other, and I will walk you through setting up a playthrough on BTA. Shamsuki, thank you for reminding me. We have the ability to decide between now and Sunday how we're going to start my new fresh start. So I just posted on that. You can put your money you can put your channel points towards deciding where I start my next playthrough. Do you want to see me do battle armor? Do you want to see me start out in the clans? Do you want to see me start out in the periphery? Do you want to see me start out in anywhere you want, basically? So what will happen is, if we get enough channel points, in our Discord we'll then have a vote, and everybody can have a vote that contributed on where we should do our fresh start. Ah, 2 stealth ravens. Those are hard to come by. Stealth ravens are very nice scouts. I know IMG swears by them. Ooh, Big Fluffy, thank you for putting some money towards where I do my fresh start, or some channel points. Really appreciate the engagement from everybody. Alright, so what we're trying to do now, we're trying to shut this mech down, this blood asp, with heat, so we can do sniper shots and hopefully get all 4 parts of this blood asp. That would be a huge get for us.
How might I help?
Oh, that was all on one mission, huh? That is odd. That is very unusual.
Down, moving out.
Alright, I'm not going to use my stalker here because I don't want to blow this mech apart.
What's up, boss?
I am going to use
Position
my
confirmed.
Inferno, so we can keep overheating this blood asp.
Firing on target.
I want him to shut down. Close to shutting down.
What can I do for you? Moving to position.
Again, I do not want to destroy this blood asp, so we're just going to shoot medium lasers just to keep him distracted.
Ooh, I may need some more time in the sim.
I'm receiving you.
So if you guys want to put some channel points towards between now and Sunday, if you get that total up and the quad update drops, then you guys can decide where I start my new playthrough. Okay, so again, I don't want to blow this blood asp up, so we're just going to shoot tags to make sure we have the best chance at headshots.
I'm taking the shot.
So we'll get some tags on that blood asp. Tags do stack. That's one thing that I've heard a lot of differing opinion on. Tags do stack. They're not one for one, but putting 2 tags on a target is definitely better than 1 tag. Alright, let's do precision strike here. Let's start working on the head. We can get a headshot in on this blood asp.
Receiving you.
Alright, but keep
On my way. Double time.
working on overheating him.
Acknowledged.
Oof. Completely missed.
Targeting system's janky.
I know, you
My mech
overheated.
is overheating.
I love it when they blame the targeting system for their bad shots.
Full speed ahead.
Yeah, my targeting system is off. No, you just blew it. So
Yes,
why don't
Commander.
you just admit that you blew it?
Heading out.
That's one thing we had in the military, is just admit that you effed up and move forward.
Roger that.
There's nothing we hated more than people who refuse to admit that they screwed up. Alright.
Battle mech power-up detected.
Alright, that blood asp was shut down,
Hard.
which means any ECM that it
Ready for
had
orders.
is now shut down. Alright, Goggles,
Affirmative.
you are our headshot expert. Can you get a headshot, please? He's shut down. This should be the easiest headshot ever. We got some heat issues.
Confirmed. This just in. Critical hit.
No luck.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Alright, let's keep our mechs moving to surround this guy so he doesn't escape. We're just gonna do just enough
Special delivery.
shots at him to keep him distracted. That's our goal. I don't want to
Get you next time.
do any more damage
Aye, aye.
other than taking headshots, because we want to maximize our chance of
Position
getting
confirmed.
all 4 parts here. And the more hits that he takes, the less likely
Roger.
we are to succeed with these headshots.
Yep.
We're
Moving
gonna
out.
put the night gear head on to maximize the chances of a headshot. Go for the head. Come on.
Eat this.
You can do it. You can do it. Aw. Alright, the most we're gonna get is 3 parts now.
That's a kill.
3 salvageable parts. That'll come into play later.
Mission successful.
Alright, not a bad mission from a salvage standpoint. And we got no damage. That's always good. Anytime you have a mission against the clans, and you don't suffer damage. So we're going to take 3 parts of that blood asp. Any components that are too good to say no to. Ooh, plasma cannon. Clan. Ooh. Yeah, it's not that great. Tag. Excel engine. Heatsink kit? No. Ooh, this missile evasion is interesting. This could actually be interesting. I'm going to take that targeting computer. We could actually put that in our stalker. Okay, so we got blood asp, Blood Asp, Medusa, Shadowhawk, Warhammer, and a whole bunch of clan gear. Not bad. Yeah, if I put that missile evasion computer into our stalker, that's going to greatly improve our stalker's accuracy. Especially against the clans, because the biggest thing clans use is they use that evasion to avoid missiles. So let's see. Alright, so let's stop by the mech bay. I want to take a look at what that weapon system would do for our stalker. So let's take a look at that. Darker Design says, I had the weirdest glitch shot yesterday. She was shooting at a Battlemaster downrange. A Highlander parked itself on a rock closer to glitch, but in a spot where she couldn't target him. So called a headshot on the Battlemaster. Stray shot hits the Highlander in the head and kills it. Then the Battlemaster takes a headshot and dies. Yeah, so, I mean, glitch. So you got a double headshot on one shot. I've only had that happen once in about 4,000 hours of BattleTech. So you are a lucky man that you had that happen. I've had that happen once, ever. Alright, so let's look at this. So we have the TSS indirect battle computer. Let's get rid of that. And we're going to equip this new computer here. It's really going to improve the effectiveness. Okay, so this ignores some evasion when attacking with ballistic energy or missile weaponry, depending on your type of TTS. So we're putting that in there. Alright, so we have to lose a ton of something to make this work. How's our energy efficiency on this build? Don't want to lose a heatsink. So do I want to... we'll give up a ton of swarm ammo, because this is going to increase the accuracy of our shots. So I really want to wait a day to see what that does. That sounds really cool. Especially against the clans, that's going to be very valuable. Alright, what do we have? I think we have some mechs that we can build. So we have a Warhammer. We can build that. Okay, we're going to build a Warhammer.
That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting.
Okay, so that's going to go into storage, because I don't need a Warhammer, but we'll sell that later. I'm always happy to sell something later. Okay, so we got a catapult. Let's put that together.
That mech you wanted is back online.
Same thing, that's going to be for sale at the store. Keep our operation running here. Alright, then I think we put together a Medusa. Oh, that's right, I had a glass fighter I put together. Let's put that glass fighter together.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
Probably play around with that glass fighter, but I've got to give up something. Let's put our Wraith into storage. We're probably going to be using our Battle Master a lot as our scout. So let's put the Wraith into storage. Okay. We've got our glass spider. We can play around with that thing. Nice looking clan sniper. Alright, then I think we also could build a Medusa as well. Don't know if I would use it. Oh, we got a Stormcrow we can build. All right, Stormcrow I, which is an LRM fire support build. Ultra Cannon AC-20. No. Probably the closest thing is going to be to build this Stormcrow here.
That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting.
So let's see if we can build the Stormcrow maybe into a scout. Because it's got good speed for its size. We got all these ER medium lasers. We're going to take the Ultra AC-20 out. Why are you doing that? Because we want to make this into a scout. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to take those out. We're going to spread out the weapon systems here. So we don't lose everything with one shot. So let's do that. Alright, yeah, this could actually make a really good scout. So let's see what we can do with this thing. We're going to put an Angel ECM on it, make it evasive. Put an active light probe on. Put on an armored cowl. Comm suite. Let's see, we don't have a better sensor system. Let me just see. Yeah, let's put on a full Beagle probe instead of the light. Full Beagle probe on here. I could put a supercharger on just to increase the walking speed. Got plenty of pod space. Let's actually put on a shield because that will actually increase the durability. Makes this thing more durable too. Let's see, we can also put on a tag. We can put on some tags. That's probably a good idea. So we have the tag. Put a tag in the head. And let's see, let's take out this ER medium laser. Give this thing a little bit more of a punch. Put on a heavy large laser. Give a little bit more close range punch. And actually, we could do 2 heavy large lasers. Let's do 2 heavy large lasers there. Okay, now we need some heat sinks. Another heat sink. Take a little bit of tonnage off the legs. That's actually a pretty good scout build, in my opinion. Let's see, the movement hex is 10. Actually, that supercharger doesn't do us that much. Let's actually just put another ton of armor on. Make sure we armor up that one arm that has the weapons on it for sure. The rest will go into the leg. That is a nice scout build for a Stormcrow. I like it.
On it.
Okay.
I'll let you know when that's
we
done.
had 1 day to get our Stalker upgraded and our Stormcrow upgraded.
Job's
so let's do
done.
that. Ooh, Clan Wolf is not liking us. Well, that's okay. I don't like them. They are Crusaders, after all. Settling a grudge. Alright, let's do a battle. Alright, so we're going to have our Stalker with its upgraded computer. Let's see how that works out. Burninator, Hunchback, Night Gear. And I do like this Battle Master, but I want to try out our new Scout. So let's go with our Stormcrow. So we're definitely going with a lighter tonnage lance here, but that's fine. We should be fine. Want to encourage everyone to get involved in the chat. We got lots of people watching, and that's okay if you just want to watch, but we'd love to have you talk and get engaged. Also check out our Discord, where we're happy to help you with this game and other games. Feel free to stop by there. And we have our Funko Pop giveaway. If you give us a follow, you're automatically entered in. The more you're engaged with our channel, the better your chances of winning a Funko Pop. But the minimum barrier to get into the Funko Pop giveaway is simply just a follow. And we have our challenge, where you can use your channel points to decide how I'm doing my fresh start, which will probably be on Sunday, assuming that we get an update on Saturday as expected. And begin mission.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, let's find that enemy
Like
force.
this before.
Enemy units are where? Way across the map. Hey, Big Fluffy. I'm actually
Waiting on you,
thinking
Commander.
about starting a series on that game today. I've heard good
Got it.
things about it. I think it's probably worth looking into.
Confirmed.
So I'm going to research that game today, and I might even start a series this evening.
Confirmed.
That's on my to-do list for today. I've heard good things. I think it would be fun for the channel
Onward.
if we did a playthrough. So,
Confirmed.
$20. Oh, it's $20? Okay. Do you think it's a game that you can play solo, or do you have to play with a group of people? Because when I do my streams, it's a little easier to play solo. Another thing I could do, obviously, is I can get a group of people together and we can play.
Yeah?
We can play as a group. That's not a problem either.
Heading out.
Alright, so let's head towards that enemy force.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
You've heard either way. Okay.
On my way.
Well, I'm definitely going to check it out today. There aren't a lot of really good new games out there, and I feel like I need to add
Move
a new
into
game.
position.
As much as I love
Moving to
BattleTech
position.
Advanced, it's
Got it.
good for me to have a
Heads up,
variety
Commander.
of games.
You've got hostile contacts inbound.
Alright, enemy reinforcements. Thanks, Darius. Alright.
Come on.
Oh,
Send me
okay.
a
People
real
can drop in
report.
and out of your game. Alright. That definitely has an appeal. Alright, so these are the reinforcements. Let's see if our scout can tie up
Alright,
the
full
reinforcements
speed.
here. Yeah, Discord voice should run along just about all games. That's what it's designed to do. So I think we would be okay there. The trick is finding a time on the schedule that works.
What can I do for you?
Alright, let's keep pushing on the enemy here. We're probably going to be fighting these two stars at once. Just because of how the ambush was set up, I can't really just destroy one target, one force at a time. I'd like to, but I don't think it's going to work out that way. Luckily, these ambushers or reinforcements don't look too serious. Got an omnibus and a
They
sorry,
will be
an
done.
Anubis and a Phantom. Neither of those are
Confirmed.
particularly dangerous. Oh, the issue would be bandwidth for you. I see. I see. So it's a bandwidth issue for you. I understand. Let's see if we can get a headshot on this Phantom. Yes.
Mech
Nice.
destroyed.
Your cell phone is your internet, Thomas? How does that work? I mean, is that really viable? That surprises me. Is it just the area that you live in, or you just don't want to purchase both? Or
Targeting for an alpha strike.
just curious. I've never heard of anybody using their phone as their primary internet for gaming.
Aye, aye.
You know, obviously some people use it, but for gaming, I've never
No
heard
shooting,
anybody
just
doing
running.
that.
Got it.
That's pretty crazy.
Awaiting orders. Have no doubt it will be done.
Alright, so let's use our stalker here. So, as you can see, this Anubis has high evasion, but our stalker has a computer that offsets a lot of that evasion. And for the evasion that this Anubis has, those are pretty good hit percent chances. So let's take a shot
I
here
have a
and
good
see how it
feeling about
works.
this.
That targeting computer could be a really nice addition to our company here.
Reporting. Critical hit.
Oh wow, okay. So there's no ground-based internet in your area. Wow. I know there's some good satellite options that are going to be coming out in just a couple
Commander?
years. There's going to be a system brought to you by
Full speed. No
Elon
target.
Musk, and there's going to be a system brought to you by a company called BTA. Ooh, a Nova. Let's put some Inferno on that Nova, shall we?
Target acquired.
Ooh, you found a company that will
Give
put
them
a
everything
4G
you've got.
antenna on somebody's house. That's useful. That's a solution. Let's push up our Stormcrow, keep it nice and evasive. Nice evasion here on the Stormcrow.
I hear you.
Hunchback, can you start to see what we're up against with the main force here? Let's see. We got a Arctic Wolf. Okay. Nothing too scary yet. Osprey, Nova, and a Nova. So we can put a Nova together after this mission, hopefully. The Nova is a very solid 50-tonner clan mech.
I'm ready. I'm going.
Alright, Goggles, what do you have a shot on? Good shot on the Anubis. Not so good on the Nova. Not so good on the Osprey. Not so good on the Nova. Not so good on the Arctic Wolf. Alright, I'm not too worried about salvage on an Anubis, so let's just save our
Acknowledge.
precision strikes for later. And kill that Anubis. There we go.
Hope we can salvage that.
Alright, so that's
I got the heat spiking here.
that's 2/5 of that star
Standing
destroyed.
by.
Good hit percentage on this Nova. Alright, let's do a precision strike on the head.
Locked on.
Ooh, head hit. Nice. You have a tower on the property?
What do you need?
So you have a cell tower on the property, so that means that your cell service is not your typical cell service.
I copy.
So that makes a little bit more sense, because you're going to squeeze as much out of that cell power as you can if you're
You
so
have
close
orders?
to the tower. If I'm not mistaken, let me know
Be there in a jiff.
if what I'm saying is tracking. Is that you should have better than your typical cell service, given that setup. Makes a little more sense.
Good to go.
A whole bunch of fast cam on that Lance. Ooh, hard hit on that Nova.
That's a critical hit.
Standing by. On my way.
One thing the clanners hate when you use against them
Got
is
it.
artillery. They hate artillery. It's very unclan-like. And effective. It's a regular tower, yeah. I get that it's a regular tower, but it's still... The fact that you're so close means that you should get really good bars from that one tower. That's what I'm saying. So that makes a lot more sense, Thomas. But yeah, I'm going to be checking out that game probably on my lunch break today. If it looks like it's something that would be fun and playable, I'm going to add it to our channel rotation.
That's all you got?
Hell yeah.
Shock another shutdown up
What do you
to
need?
our strategic resources there. I'm a big believer in using LRMs and artillery
Roger.
as a strategic resource to level the playing field when you're outnumbered. And it usually works like a charm. Alright. Nova's shut down.
Okay,
Let's go
I'm
for the
on it.
head. Or just blow up the engine. That's fine
Hostile
too.
removed.
Few salvageable parts. I can live with that.
My heat sinks can't take much more of this.
Alright, we got a Viper. Arctic Wolf. Nothing here on this map so far is making me say, ooh, I have to have that salvage, or ooh, that looks scary.
I hate
Which is
these
fine,
guys.
because
Waiting on you,
when you're
Commander.
fighting against the clans, you could still have a situation where it's like,
Right,
okay,
Commander.
we're just going to grab as much salvage, weapon salvage as we can. Alright, so we got a Grendel and an Arctic Cheetah. Arctic Cheetah is a nice scout. A little light, though. Got plenty of precision strikes here. Let's use a precision strike on that Arctic
Tell me what to
Wolf.
shoot.
Nice hits on that Arctic Wolf.
Yeah, critical hit.
Stripped off half of his weapons
Daniel.
there.
I'm walking here.
Heat is a problem.
Confirmed.
Along with hit percent chance, but we just need a couple hits on that Arctic Wolf. Doesn't take much to take an Arctic
Receiving
Wolf
you.
out, because they just don't have a lot of
Copy that.
armor.
Giving them everything I've got.
There we go, there goes Arctic Wolf.
Tango down. Ready for orders.
Not the the best
Talking
targets
from
for our plasma build here. Oh, we hit on all three? Do you know the chances of that?
Yes,
it was
Commander.
ridiculously low, because it was 30% by times 30% times 30%.
Of course.
That was about a 9% chance of a hit to get all three of those hits in there. To follow the leader on this Viper. The hit percentages aren't great. We'll increase it with a precision strike because we have those to burn right now. We'll have to take out one
As you wish.
weapon system, but that should be plenty of firepower. We might take out this Viper here. If not, next round.
Target's taken a critical hit. Over the red line. Heat damage.
What's up, boss?
There was no heat damage.
No shooting, just running.
One thing I do like about
target.
BattleTech Advanced that we don't have with regular BattleTech is regular BattleTech is so
Show me
punitive if
your
you
war
go
face.
along the heat line. Whereas BattleTech Advanced, you still have the chance of an ammo explosion, but it isn't as punitive with heat as it is with vanilla BattleTech, and that falls in line with lore where mech warriors would dance along the heat line as a regular part of combat because combat is
Damage
so
minimal.
warm.
Yeah?
You know, that's why there was an override in place. I wish we did have an override in this game. Maybe something... I mean, we kind of do because we have
Understood.
that
Moving fast.
cold shot, which is basically the override. But it would be cool if we had like a more traditional override. If you guys know what I'm saying. And it could be an acquired skill, like
Copy
not
that.
everybody would get an override, but I think it would be nice as an optional skill.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe you could use it every third turn or something like that, because I think Cold Shot has a 6-turn cooldown, which I feel is a little too heavy, because in BattleTech lore, there is...
I hear ya.
In BattleTech lore, they would use that override all the time.
No sweat.
It would be a constant thing that mech warriors do. We got the Arctic Cheetah. Ooh, this Grindle's not going to be liking me right now. This is
All
a
weapons
nice little
are
Alpha
go.
Strike on this Grindle. Boom, there he goes. That Hunchback
Should have
2C
run when you had
for
the
50
chance.
tons, even if you switch the AC-20 to the AC-10,
I live
it's
to
just a
serve.
huge amount of firepower for a 50-tonner.
Let's move.
Having it manual, oh, so it's, yeah, I mean, I understand it's basically automatic, but it would be nice if you have a critical hit or you're in a desperate situation, if you could just push the override button, which is what they did in lore, and it would
Engaging
buy
target.
you a little bit of time. Like I said, if it had like a cooldown every third
Solid connection on that
shot, something reasonable like that, so you can use it every third round, that would be, I think, very useful.
Confirm.
I think Cold Shot is supposed to be that, basically. but the cooldown is really high. It's like, I think it's a 6-turn cooldown, which means you can use Cool Shot, I think, like once per mission
Acknowledged.
in most cases. Oh, I can't believe that wasn't a
Think I hit
kill.
something good.
Oh, that guy's got no structure left anywhere. Yeah, I don't like, XXH9, I do not like cool pods. Cool
the plan?
pods, for their tonnage, are very inefficient. Because you can only use them one time, and they take a ton of, they take up a lot of tonnage for something you can use once. So I've never used coolant pods, to be honest with you. I've never seen the value. If you're in the periphery and that's all you can
Hostile
find,
eliminated.
then I guess that's all you can find. But generally speaking, the cooling pods
Waiting for
are a
orders.
real no-go for me. They just don't bring a lot of value to the table. I mean, anybody who's read BattleTech lore knows that every mech has a override button that gets
Mess 'em
pushed on
up.
a regular basis
Mess them up good.
in combat. So, in fact, if you go on MechWarrior Online, the smart players, and I did this too back when I used to play MechWarrior Online, would turn on the override before the match even started. I don't play MechWarrior Online anymore because I think it's broken, but when I did play it, that was a regular thing that I did, is I would just say, alright, I'm going to turn on the cooling pod at the start, the override at the start of the mission,
Copy that.
so we don't have to worry about it later. Yeah, that's true. I get what you're saying there. Let's finish off this Arctic
Confirmed.
cheetah. There we go.
Mech destroyed.
So this is one of those missions where you're not going to get a mech that you're dying to put together, but you're going to get lots of clan components.
Mission successful.
Which is fun. Like, there was nothing on that map that made me say, ooh, I need to get that part. Alright, so we got a nice little, we got a little bit of money. We got no damage. Our Stormcrow Scout worked pretty well, actually. Alright, well, I could build a Nova E. I don't dislike the Nova. For its tonnage, I like the Nova. So let's look at the Nova. I don't like the Osprey. I've never been a fan of the Osprey. Phantom would be interesting, but it's a little under ton for me. So let's take the Nova parts. Let's see what happens here. So we got an Arctic Cheetah, Arctic Wolf, Grendel, Anubis. 4 Nova parts. We could put together a Nova. And some clan stuff. But we're getting to the point where I need to make some interesting choices about the mechs that I want. Because I have a rule for Clan Week that every time I keep a clan mech, I have to get rid of an Inner Sphere mech. So tough choices are going to be tough. Each time I add a clan mech, I'm going to have to make, because you still want to have enough Inner Sphere mechs to do some of the things that the Inner Sphere does better than the clan. For example, engaging in melee. Let's go to the mech bay here. The Nova is actually a really nice scout mech as well. So I could have a Nova scout and a Stormcrow scout, and that would actually be a pretty nice combination. I need to take this this glass fighter out as well. Give it a whirl. Alright, so I gotta make some tough choices here. What do I like but I'm not using? I'm not using our Berserker here. So we're actually gonna put our Berserker in storage. I don't see myself using our Bull Shark that much more. So let's put our Bull Shark in storage. And this is basically just clearing out tonnage so we can put some more clan mechs into play here. Let's move our mechs around. I like to keep everything sorted by tonnage. It makes things a lot easier in your mech bay. I don't like things being helter-skelter. Alright, so let's build ourselves a Nova. Again, we're building a Nova to be a scout. So whenever you're taking a mech and modifying it from its base form, clan ERPPCs, ATM-12 launcher, let's see, Gauss rifle, that allows it to keep enemies at arm's reach. Interesting. Let's do the Nova A.
That mech you wanted is back online.
Alright, again, and we're going to build the Nova A to be a scout. A heavy scout. Alright, so let's see. It's got AMS on it, which is nice. It's got the ERPPCs, which is a lot of damage for tonnage, and it gives you some range abilities. We're going to take off the medium pulse. Take off. Do I need dual AMS on this thing? I'm not sure that I do, because we're going up against clan for the most part. So let's do a single AMS. That gives us some pod space to work with. I could go with heavy large lasers. With heavy large lasers instead of the ERPPCs. Gives me a little bit more punch for a less tonnage, although I do sacrifice some range. But remember, we're building a scout here. As far as range, let's give it 2 ER medium lasers. Is this mech missing ferro armor? No, it has structure here. Yeah, I might. See, the thing with BattleTech Advanced is you can't modify, you can't add. So it has clan armor, which includes case. We can't add structure because it's not built into this mech, so we can't do that. Alright, so we got 4 more tons. Remember, this is going to be a scout, so we want to put some stuff on this mech that's going to help us with scouting purposes. So that means we need to do some... Got to put a tag on this bad boy. We can also put a micro pulse, which I like the tonnage per damage return on the micro pulse. So let's do that. Yeah, but I can't add Pharaoh. We can't add because Pharaoh is a structure component, and in BTA you cannot add Pharaoh. Oh yeah, but I could do that, but then I would give up the clan armor. I can't do both. I mean, you could argue that we don't really need case because we don't have any. Yeah, you know what? Hey, Terran Core. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, it's not going to let us strip out the armor. It's a built-in component. Yeah, but I can't switch out the armor. It won't let me because this is the clan armor is an incumbent part of this mech. You can't take it out. Let's put an armor cowl in. And we need some stuff that will make this a better scout. So let's do... I thought we had a... Okay, I'll add it on. Give me a second. Watch. So if I try it... Nope. Armor is already installed on mech. See, because it won't let me do it because there's already a hard piece of equipment that can't be stripped. Sometimes BTA has some items that won't allow you to be stripped. Won't allow it to be stripped because it's a key component of that particular mech. So let's do a active probe clan and a guardian ECM. Well, you showed me. No, I'm not trying to show you. I'm just, trying to show you what we're working with here. Alright, so we got enough room for one double heat sink. One double heat sink there. I wish we could take the jump jets off this sucker, but we can't. Alright, let's see, what's the heat efficiency? We're not going to be able to alpha strike too much, but that's okay. I could take some tonnage off the legs. Let's see if I can do that. We're going to have to keep evasive with this build. But if I take a little tonnage off there and a little tonnage, there's not a lot in the back. We can take a little off of the arms, not that much. Alright, that gives us just enough tons for one more double heat sink. We'll put it in here. And that gives us a little bit more heat management. Alright, that's a good scout. Hey, Terran Core, we are playing with BattleTech Advanced. That is the only mod that I use. So this Nova is going to be a very good scout for us, along with the Stormcrow. So what we're doing is we're taking these clan mechs, we're modifying them into scouts to support the rest of our force here. So I'm playing BattleTech Advanced Terran Core. We play BattleTech Advanced every morning, Sunday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And we either play for 2 hours or 5 hours. My partner is about to come on any minute now, and he will do another 3 hours of BattleTech Advanced for you. And then on Saturday mornings, we do Mega Mech Tabletop. So if you're interested in classic tabletop, although it is a digital version, please check out our streams on Saturdays at 11 Eastern Time. And I have to run, but if you guys want to give us a follow, my partner, who's going to come on in just a few minutes, will give you some more BattleTech Advanced. And I will see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Also looking into adding another game this night, or tonight, so keep an eye out for that. Talk to you then.